I usually try to listen and think how I can use the technology to improve usually the service to the client. I'll give you one example. So we are also actually working with bluebee, the solution developed by Civeco. We were making the maintenance plan in Outlook calendars. So basically we were just putting a task and putting a recurrence, but then you could also not share the files with the client. It was not shared on the cloud, so only one person had the access. Information was piled up, gathered, and never analyzed, or sometimes not even communicated to the client. And then came the bluebee solution. So bluebee, it's actually a software. So when we take on a new facility for a client, there are two ways. Either they have a list of their equipment and we just input this in a database, or I send my team, the technicians, to go around and to list. So for example, here there's a projector, there's an AC vent, there's electricity, there are fire sprinklers, etc., etc. And then we put this into a database. And for each category of equipment, we program a maintenance plan. In GSN, our particularity is that we have kind of imported to China a maintenance standard it's called the VDMA. We made lots of a big database on, for example, the AC filters you need to change twice a year. Once every 2 years, you need to refill the gas inside the AC unit. And so we combine the database we have made with the maintenance plan, and this go into a cloud system. The technician, he has his phone with an app connected to internet by 4G. And when he comes in the morning at work, he finds on his phone a list of the things he has to do today. So go check the AC, go check the electricity. And then he has to go to the equipment. He has to scan a QR code to prove that he has been there. And he puts his report in the system. First of all, we work paperless. The data is aggregated, it's analyzed. The client gets an account, so he can see, it's almost in real time, actually. You can, when you go to potential clients, you can show them the phone, you click on send, and you see the thing appearing on the screen. From there on, we have been able to improve a lot the quality of our service, actually. Because when I was in GSN at the very beginning, it happens once or twice that the client tell me, but I have no idea, guys, what you're doing on my site, actually. And now this is not possible anymore. There are the records, and the records show, okay, this technician, he has clocked in starting to fix this equipment at this time, finished clocked out at this time. He has made a picture to show that he worked really on the system. So you can see how busy the people are. You can make very refined analysis. So for example, you're able to tell the client, okay, we have spent a lot of time on this equipment, maintaining it. So you can tell the client, okay, maybe your equipment now is a little bit old, actually. It's costing you a lot in spare parts and things like this. Maybe it's time to replace. And you can bring an added value to your client like this, because you're really not the guy fixing stuff. You're also the guy being proactive in the maintenance and telling them. And this has allowed to create, I think, a lot of trust, actually, with clients. And that also really simplifies the communication a lot. But for me, I would say overall, I think the cost is way under the value it delivers. Of course, in the beginning, you have some cost implementation. You have to pay for I forgot the name of all those things, but yes, they are. And but in the beginning, also, your data is not really perfect, but you work by, that's what Deng Xiaoping said, right? We will cross the river by touching the stones, but you keep going, right? You keep going, the thing is refined. And once you have something really great, actually, the good thing is for us, it's a very good tool for business development, because in GSN, we have this saying, a satisfied client is the best basis for further development. So once you have your software that works you can show to any client, right? You can show, you start your web browser, you show the report for your other clients, and people are like, wow. And so from this, actually, you have the first value that you get from improving your service, but then you get a second value, which is it's very impressive for potential clients. And for us, it helps us a lot for business development. I think our competitors don't have anything really comparable at the moment. So I'm quite convinced, they didn't tell me for sure, but that this is how we got, for example, last year, we won the tender of the French-German school in Shanghai. I think they were kind of impressed by the system, by the transparency it brings and how it helps get better insight on their facilities. But now it's really a powerful tool, I would say, for service and business development.